Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy Jimo one time, back at it with another video. And today I'm gonna be giving you 6 study tips and 5 exam tips of writing your final exams efficiently and on how to pass. So I used these study tips and exam tips to write my trial exams, and I really passed with good marks. I even got a distinction. Like my marks were really good, like perfect. They came out like the way I didn't expect them to come out, which shows that study work is not about how hard you study, it's about how smart you study. So today I'm gonna be giving you these 6 study tips and 5 exam tips so that you can write your final exams properly, so that we can all pass, so that we can be the generation that made it despite an epidemic. So before I get right into this video, please hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so that every time I drop new videos, you can get an alert so that you can be the first person to click on it. So please, let's go right into the video. Hey.
Yeah. Hey. Beat demons in your ear, bitch. Yeah, ended up a blunt. Ran my real homies, them niggas got busted. Yeah, now my name's rotating around the police department. Oh shit, yeah, nigga just snitch on me. Yeah, now they call me Pablo, youngest drug lord in the game. Yeah, that even true. I'm a not living young man. Make my own money, don't even bother my mama with anything. Yeah.
So, like I said, I jotted down 6. Here's a list. I jotted down like 6 study tips and 5 exam tips. So I'm gonna be going like, from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever, so that you guys can, get clarity, so that you guys can pass properly. I just want all of us to pass. I just want us to have success in everything that we do. I don't want to pass on my own. We have friends, we have family to impress, and we have so much pressure on us. Despite everything, we didn't enjoy my fellow matriculants. Like, we didn't enjoy our final year of school. Like, there's an epidemic, like this corona pandemic, so people are getting sick, people are dying. So getting educated in this time is really hard. So I just want us to pass. Despite everything, we shouldn't use this pandemic as an excuse. We should work hard, study hard, play hard. Yeah, we gotta play hard next year, man. That's when life starts. That's when the pressure's gonna be off. That's when you're gonna do things at your own time. So let's get right to these steps. So study tips. I'm gonna first be doing the study tips before I get to the exam tips, because the exam tips, I feel like that's really simple, and yeah, they're not. We all have like the way we write our own exams, but I'm gonna get to them last, so that firstly we do the study tips. So step number 1: before you study, make sure that your environment is clean and you have everything you need, e.g., study material. Before you start, make sure your environment is clean. You cannot work in an environment that is dirty, where when environment is dirty, your mind cannot operate, because you'll be confused. You'll be like, you'll be everywhere. So make sure your environment is clean. Find a nice place where you can study, and make sure that the environment is clean. And make sure before you study, grab everything you're gonna need: your calculators, your pencil, your pens, your color pencils, everything that you're gonna need, study material, notes, everything, and sit down properly. Right? You're gonna go according to your study timetable, of course. So grab everything you're gonna need for that subject and study. This will help you, save your time, so that you don't have to, every time when you need something, you don't have to get up and go look for it and come back and sit down, because that will disturb your flow, the flow of information that goes to your brain. So don't do that. Make sure your environment is clean. Make sure you have everything that you need for that subject that you're going to be studying, so that you can study efficiently and so that you're not disturbed. Study tip number 2: give yourself a nice pep talk before you start studying. I know this is kind of weird, but most people lack the motivation to study. So I prefer, giving myself a pep talk, like, Jimo, you got this. Jimo, you're gonna be part of the 1%. You are the greatest. That exam is nothing compared to your greatness. Your mental capacity can hold. Your mind is the universe, Jimo. Stuff like that. I say like positive things to myself. That helps me get in the mood, the vibe, for the study exam. And I also listen to like motivational songs, motivational music, so that like it starts like Eye of the Tiger. Yeah, Eye of the Tiger. Gets me in the zone, gets me started, so that when I start writing, when I start studying, like I'm motivated. It's not like I am forced to do it. I want to do it. I feel like I want to do it. I'm not forced to do it. I hope you guys get me. Now, let's move on to step number 3. Uh, Step number 3, choose a time that is more suitable for you. Yes, step number 3, choose a time that is more suitable for you. Now, this can be during the day, or at night, or in the morning. I prefer at night. Now, why do I prefer at night? I feel like at night, like the world is sleeping, well, my side of the time zones, my side of the world is sleeping. Everybody's sleeping, so I think it's the best time to work. I'll be more focused. It's quiet. It's peaceful. Like it's very peaceful out here, man. And like you can, like even when I'm listening to music, like I can hear the lyrics properly. You know, and when I study at night, I remember, like the first things when I wake up actually in the morning. I sleep. Maybe if I'm up now, it's I think now it's midnight. When I'm up now, I'm asleep around 4 a.m. When I wake up at 8 a.m., when I wake up, those things that I studied are still gonna be in my head for the rest of the day, even the day after that. So at night for me is best. For some people, early in the morning is best. For some, during the day is best. So choose a time that is more suitable for you. Don't go according to my standards, but I would recommend you study at night. That's more efficient. Step number 4. Now, I feel like this is the most important step in studying. Step number 4, you have to time yourself when you study. Time yourself, like have a timer, so that when you study, don't like overwork yourself. Don't study 3 hours non-stop, 2 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours non-stop. Like that is abuse. It's all about studying smart, not studying hard. Okay, so when you time yourself, the average attention span of a human being is roughly 45 to 50 minutes, right? That's when, like, in between those times, that's when you are focused. Actually, like, your attention is fully on what you are studying. But overlapping that, that's when you lose concentration. That's when, like, you just look at the words, you're not studying. No information is getting into your head. So what you should do, have a timer by your side. Set it to 45 or 50 minutes, depending on how you want to study. Study for that time, for that period. And then when it rings that 45 or 50 minutes is over, set a 10-minute or 15-minute break. During that 10-minute or 15 break, do not go onto social media. Do not interact with people, because of when you go on social media, you'll end up lagging, like slacking off, like spending more time on social media instead of studying. So just listen to music to refresh your mind. Get up, walk around the house, to refresh your mind. Maybe do push-ups, uh, play a game on your phone, but don't use social media. That is how you can, like, optimize your brain, because you don't have to abuse your brain. Like, don't force it to receive information. Like, let it receive information naturally and in the best way it can. Don't force it. I feel like that's how you should study. Step number 4 is really important. Time yourself. If you don't time yourself, you just study, you're gonna go wrong. So please time yourself. Number 5, do not listen to music while studying. Do not do that. Do not do that. We have these things called brainwaves. We have the alpha brainwaves and the beta brainwaves. I don't remember what each one does, specifically. But when you listen to music, the information, you cannot read and process information and process the lyrics and the beats and everything at the same time. Like, that's impossible, you know, unless when you are studying, you create a rhythm for yourself, that will help you study to remember those things, like make a rhyme, but not listen to music, because that will actually distract you. That will honestly be distracting you. There are people who are like, nah, and I study more efficiently when I listen to music, and I'm like, nah, that's impossible. I know a lot of things are possible, but that's impossible. Like, you shouldn't test your brain like that. You are your brain. You should know your limits, and you cannot study while listening to music or while watching TV, because your brain waves won't. The beta brain waves will have to logically analyze and interpret all the information that you are reading, but the alphas will also be working because of they won't be shut down because you're listening to music or you're watching TV. So one has to shut down so that the other can operate. They cannot operate at the same time. That's just like creating a wormhole that will suck and destroy everything that is known. So please do not listen to music. That's step number 5. Let's go to step number 6. Step number six. Do not cram the information. Make sure you know the information. People have this thing of cramming information, like perhaps, like I said, the statement "do not cram information." People will cram it, but then when a question comes and asks a different, like, it wants the same answer, "do not cram information," but it asks it in like a certain and different type of way. People like get stuck. So make sure you know the information. Make sure you know it. So what I suggest you do, you should read a statement 5 times, analyze it 5 times. That will help you store it in your long-term memory than in your short-term memory, so that it will be stored in your long-term memories for a long time, so that obviously long-term memory, so when you need it, you can access it anytime you want. So in short-term memory, you're gonna forget it soon. It's not valuable information. The eyes see a lot of things, but majority of the things that we see are stored in our short-term memory, and the things that we focus on are stored in the long term. So the things that are stored in the short term, like, we forget them within a day. So make sure that you read a statement 5 times, analyze it, interpret it in different ways, in different mannerisms if possible, and then that will help you remember it. And when a question comes in a different way, you can deconstruct it and answer it efficiently. Okay, guys, now for the study tips. Sorry for that. For the exam tips. So these are most efficient. They work. I've also practiced them. That's why I highly recommend that we follow these exam tips, because they'll help you a lot in like writing your final exams, everything. Trap hard action. Okay, so number 1, always have a timer with you, like a timer, a watch, so that like you can time yourself. Each question, like on question papers, they give you the time, they allocate you time that you can use to answer a specific question. Maybe section A is 20 minutes, right? You have to spend that recommended amount of time, 20 minutes on section A. So what they do, they obviously provide us with a clock, but I feel like that clock is a waste of time, because like you're gonna have to like right, okay, no, it's a waste of time. So like I feel like if you have your own watch, you're gonna like, it's right here on your wrist. That's just like okay, right. You see, yeah. And step number 2, arrive in time at the exam. Like arrive in time. Arrive 1 hour before the commencement of the exam. This will help you avoid commotion and help you avoid like stress, because like you won't be agitated. You won't be in a hurry like to get there. You'll be proper. You'll be relaxed. You'll be in a safe zone. so that like you can concentrate properly, because when you are in a rush, like you tend to forget things, like when your heart is like when adrenaline spike, to be honest, human instinct hits, so logical thinking is out the window. That is why most people actually, like when we are fighting, people get killed, because it's not, when the adrenaline kicks in, it gets rid of the logical thinking, so human instinct drives you. So that is why you should arrive 1 hour before the commencement of the exam, or maybe 1 hour 30 minutes, so that you can refresh, remind yourself of some things, And then number three, avoid talking to negative people. These, we all have these type of people. These are people that like every time, oh my gosh, I didn't study. Oh my gosh, did you what section did you study? Oh my gosh, this test is gonna be hard. No, avoid people like that. Be by yourself, because those people will discourage you, will also give you their negative energy. Negative energy is contagious. So is mediocrity and stupidity. So try by all means not to associate yourself with people like that before writing an exam, before and after you write. Number four is a very close and personal, and I love it because I always do it. Number 4, meditate 10 minutes before you start writing. This will help you, be calm. You meditate, you refresh your mind, you clear it, you make it blank. You don't think about anything while you're still meditating. Breathe and then write. And then when you open your eyes, when you see the first question, the answers are gonna come. That way, when you meditate, you access your long-term memory. Like, you will be able to remember the things that you've studied. So meditate. And step number 5, which is the last step, give yourself a pep talk before you write your exam. It's always good to enter into an examination with a positive mind. Negativity will discourage you and will make you forget everything you've studied. But a positive mind, if you tell yourself that you are going to rock it, you are going to write this exam and pass, then yeah, you will pass most definitely. So give yourself a pep talk in everything in life. Actually, write a cue card about all your positive qualities and why you are going to pass that exam. That will help you. Read it before you write. That will help you. Okay guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys recommend this video to everybody you know and love. Please share, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and tell your friends to come to the channel. I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. Tune in next time. It's your boy Jimo. Pieces.
Fucked up late nights getting faded. Yeah, I got too much on my mind lately. Yeah, I don't even know how to say it, so I get fucked up all night getting faded.